I just found a video that was posted in 2011 where the then presidential aspirant Donald Trump was accusing President Obama uh, of trying to invade Iran to um, advance his political career.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran.
How many countries has Donald Trump bombed since he took over for the second term? Trump has bombed Syria. Trump has bombed um, Nigeria. Trump has bombed Venezuela. Trump has bombed Iran. No respect for international law. So it was Trump that actually pulled out of the JCPOA. So Iran's nuclear problem has been settled. I mean, I'm not a fan of Barack Obama anyway, but credit to him, he managed to negotiate a nuclear deal, and it was 5 other countries was involved, and it was approved by United Nations Security Council. So it was sealed. The deal was sealed with Iran, which took them like more than 2 years to negotiate. And the world would have been a peaceful place if Trump didn't pull out of that deal. So he was planning this all along. So that was his political playbook. You know what? I'm going to pull out of that deal, and then I'm going to use this when my approval rating is in the gutter. I'm going to use this war to have a rally around the flag effect in order to boost my political position. So it was all along planned. Yeah, with Netanyahu. Every year, Netanyahu comes and says Iran was 2 days away from making a nuclear weapon. Iran was 2 days ago. Iran was 1 day, 2 hours ago, away from making a nuclear weapon. He's been saying this for nearly 30 years. That Iran is going to make a nuclear weapon in 2 days. They're going to make a nuclear weapon in 2 hours. So, and the Trump bought into it for personal reasons. So, plunging the whole world into abyss. So, no respect for international law. So, what they did in Venezuela was outrageous. But killing another country's head of state, it has never been done. It's illegal. When it comes to Afghanistan, they invaded in Afghanistan to remove Taliban, and it took them over 20 years, and they spent trillions of dollars, and millions of lives were lost. And they ended up handing Afghanistan back to same Taliban that they overthrown. So it comes to Libya, right? The evil Gaddafi. Oh, the devil himself. We're going to get rid of him and bring the big, beautiful democracy to the Libyans. It's a liberation day. Libya, here's your democracy. Enjoy it. So now they take out Gaddafi, the evil, and they replaced Gaddafi with thousands of evil. He took out one evil and he replaced that evil with thousands of evil, because in Libya there are 2 opposing governments. Yeah, human slavery is there. So it's everything happening in Libya today. So sharp contrast to when Gaddafi was there. Libya was the economy was one of the greatest, one of the strongest in Africa, one of the best economy. The son of the Khamenei is gonna replace Khamenei. So Khamenei Junior is gonna replace Khamenei Senior. So you replace what do they call him? Mullah or Ayatollah with another Ayatollah. So what's the point? And in the process, you spend a lot of lives. Innocent lives will be wasted, and resources. American economy is not doing well. the worst, Donald Trump has a very short life on the shelf. It's like a product that's about to expire. That's how his life is. So he has no time. His time is so short, and he is lashing out. You see, this Iranian nuclear problem has been sorted. And what did Trump do in his first day as a president? With a stroke of pen, he dismantled the deal that took 2 years, more than 2 years to make. All the pains, everything, he dismantled it with a stroke of pen for his own personal interest. So Trump doesn't have the American interest or world interest at heart. To him, it's like he want to be the president that killed the evil Ayatollah. So, unfortunately, this is where we are today. All he wanted is a deal. A deal. One deal only. And that deal is Iranian capitulation. So all this money, time wasted on diplomacy is a ruse. It's a smoking mirror. Smoke and mirror. I mean, in order to buy time to get their nuclear, their military asset into place in order to strike Iran, that's it. That's it. It's not interested in any deal. So the deal is Iranian capitulation. Let's assume that Iran say, okay, we dismantle our nuclear program. Trump is still going to attack them because the last negotiation that was made, I think it was Omanian foreign minister said that they are so close for a deal, so close for agreement. They have reached an understanding. So it was making a progress, the negotiation. And that's when Trump strike. Because he doesn't want any agreement. He wants a deal. And that deal is you capitulate. And then he changed the goalpost. You need to give up all your conventional weapon as well. Oh, you need to stop sponsoring all the your proxies. If you go back to history, it was actually America that interfered into Iranian affair by overthrowing a democratically elected leader in Iran. So eventually people rose and then overthrew the American puppet. Yeah, and that's when the crisis between America and Iran started. That also led to Islamic Revolution, and the rest is history. If they want to dismantle nuclear weapons in Middle East, it should be two ways. Make sure Iran get rid of all their nuclear program, right? And then make sure Israel also get rid of their nuclear program, all their nuclear weapons. Or Israel can be inspected by the we signed the NPT treaty as well, so that their nuclear weapons should be inspected. So tell me how it's balanced that Iran is not allowed to have nuclear weapon while Israel is allowed to keep them. So the reason is Iran is evil, and once they acquire nuclear weapon, they're gonna wipe Israel out because they're chanting death to America. They're gonna use their nuclear weapon on America. That's a stupid argument, because if Iran gets nuclear weapon and they are stupid enough to attack Israel with their nuclear weapon or attack America, America will nuke them back. Israel will nuke them. So nuclear weapon is a deterrence. Is actually a guarantee that your country is gonna be on the map. So if you have a nuclear weapon, it's like insurance that your country is gonna. It's like insurance policy that your country is gonna exist. So look at Saddam Hussein. He had a nuclear program, and once he dismantled them, the West came there and smoked him. Look at Muammar Gaddafi. He had nuclear program, and he dismantled them because he wanted to sue for peace with the West. And then look at how he ended up with. So Iran should actually look at North Korea as a model. Iran should copy the North Korean model, because North Korea today is existing as a country. Why? Because they have nuclear weapon. When you get a nuclear weapon, you will be respected. It's the best deterrence is nuclear weapon. I don't understand why up to now Iran has not got their nuclear weapon. They can get it by hook or crook. So, I don't know what they're waiting for. But I think Donald Trump made a big mistake, because at the end of this war, Iran is not going to be the same. They will know that the only thing that will guarantee their survival is to have a nuclear weapon. The spiritual leader that was assassinated, we were told that he was hiding in a bunker. But actually, I found out not a few days ago that the man was killed in his residence. There was no fortification, no bunker in his residence. He was killed along with his wife, his daughter, and the granddaughter was there. They were killed together. So the man was living his life like ordinary human beings. Everyday person doesn't want to hide in a fortified place, even though he had the opportunity. So, I'm not a pro-Iran or anti-Iran. I'm not anti-Israel or whatever. So, this is my opinion. You might agree or disagree with it, but it's based on fact. Ayatollah was killed in his residence. He wasn't hiding. He said, according to what I learned, that he was not willing to move into a fortified bunker because 90 million Iranians had no bunker. So why would he go into hiding in a bunker? So Iranians haven't got any bunker. The 90 million Iranians don't have bunker, don't have fortified place to hide. So he decided to be living like everyday person. So he was an easy target. That's what I find out. If you look at it the other way around, the man was really brave. In the face of death, he doesn't submit. So I leave that to the Iranians, but I don't know why they are wasting time. Get the nuclear bomb, and America will leave you alone. Yeah, look at North Korea. That should be your model. Right? You got all the money to do it. Otherwise, when this war, we all pray that this war will end. We pray that it's going to end. But when it's over, or they have a ceasefire, it's going to be a pause, because the Americans will never stop until they eliminate you. What they did in Syria. Yeah? See? To get rid of Assad. Assad is the evil. Get rid of Assad. Get rid of him. And then you replace Assad with ISIS. Head-chopping ISIS. You replace Assad with that. So now get rid of Ayatollah. Alright? And I'm hearing that Ayatollah Jr. is going to be the next supreme leader. So what's the point? So Donald Trump is a disappointment and a racist, like I was saying, and I think I've said this before. He's a white supremacist. I haven't seen any black person in the Trump's administration. That means black people doesn't have we are not intelligent enough to work with Trump. He's a buffoon. The president of America is a criminal. Anyway, this is my observation. I just saw this video from 2011. It's a mind-blowing. You're accusing someone of something they haven't done, and now you are doing the same thing. What a hypocrite. Anyway, thanks for joining us today.